Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today we've got a review for you from the house of Burberry. I've done a couple of fragrance reviews from this house and we're continuing on with that theme. Today we're doing Burberry Sport. Here's the bottle. Very simple black bottle. It's encased in this rubber-like case. It says Burberry Sport on the front of it. You'll also see some bottles that are floating around that are in white. It's important to note that that is the female version. They have a Burberry Sport for women and a Burberry Sport for men. The one in black is for men, the one in white is for women. So important to keep that distinction across. If you get a white one, you don't have a fake one, you have the women's one. All right? Very simple, plain and simple. The top pops off, and as you can see, it's got a red glass casing for it. This is the 2.5. Three main sizes, 30 milliliter, 50 milliliter, and 75 milliliters. The 75 milliliter is going to run you about $73 retail, but you can buy it for much, much cheaper. In fact, I just did a quick search on it. I saw it for like $32. Once you start factoring in discounts and everything like that, you can purchase it for well under $30 for the biggest size of this, right? So it slides back on, doesn't slide all the way down. It leaves that little red outline and red circle for this. Now, the fragrance was released in 2010. The parfumé is the fragrance. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read this one off. Sonia Constant, I'm probably going to butcher some of these names. Nathalie Gracia Seto and Antoine Massandieu, or Massandieu. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. In any case, Anthony was the one who actually created most of the other Burberry scents. Sonia, I believe, she also created Golden Boy and Cures by Carner Barcelona, for those of you who don't know. I'm not sure what Nathalie created. I think she created some other, primarily female fragrances, not really any really well-known male fragrances, but that's pretty much what they created, and they came together to create this little baby right here. So let's start off with the notes real quick. The notes are, at the top, we have ginger, grapefruit, and wheat. In the mid, we have sea accord, red ginger, and juniper berries. And for our base, we have amber, cedar, and musk. Alright, so initially when you spray this fragrance, you are going to get, you notice that I said ginger twice in it, and that's what they have listed. Apparently they have two different types of ginger in this fragrance, and immediately when you spray it, that's what I get right off the bat. I get ginger, I get lemon, a little bit of a grapefruity type vibe, a very fresh, very zesty type feel to it. In fact, for those of you who are also familiar with some other fragrances, this smells very, very similar, especially off the opening, to Dior Homme Sport. Now, Dior Homme Sport, in my opinion, is made a lot better. It's a little bit more refined, and when you smell the two on two different hands, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But again, just my opinion. Now, initially they smell very similar. For 10 minutes, that's about what you're going to get from Burberry Sport. You're going to get a very ginger heavy, very lemon heavy, very grapefruit heavy, zesty, pick-me-up type of a fragrance for about 10 minutes. After it starts going off the 10 minutes, the ginger starts to disappear just a little bit, and it starts to kind of morph into start getting a little bit more of the sea salt, like this salty-ish type vibe, and then starts turning into almost, I want to say, a typical sporty type of a fragrance. In other words, it kind of loses its edge to it, and it becomes kind of plain and kind of along those routes, or generic along those routes. It has in the base, it has amber, and the standard musk. The musk doesn't really come out too well. It just kind of serves to hold it together, but it really does turn into kind of that generic citrus type of a fragrance. Now, if you were listening, you heard me mention that after about 10 minutes is what you get from it. Which brings me to the major problem for this fragrance. The longevity on this, I've gotten at times 45 minutes, an hour out of this fragrance, which is, not mincing words here, kind of pathetic. An hour for a fragrance, that's how I expect something like Bod or something like body wash to last, and that's really what comes off on my skin. I've heard some people get some better longevity, 4 hours for it, but in most cases I haven't seen anyone really say that this is absolutely last a long time on their skin. Of course there could be people out there, but I've talked to some other people, and they get the same thing basically. It doesn't last a long time on their skin. So it transitions from that opening phase to the dry down phase really quick and doesn't really hold on your skin. It also doesn't really project that well outside of the first about half an hour. After about half an hour, it becomes a bit of a skin scent. Another little knock on it is at times when I've sprayed it, I go into sneezing fits. And that may be just me, but something in it is causing me to sneeze, and I don't know what it is. It doesn't have any real pepper notes in it or anything like that, but something in it is causing me to sneeze. At first I thought maybe the juniper berry, but other fragrances with juniper berry don't do that to me. It just makes me sneeze for a bit. Because of the things that I mentioned, it's actually a pretty good work fragrance that you can get away with. If you don't really want to stand out at all, and again, this is not going to make you stand out, and it's only going to last you about an hour or so, go ahead and pick this one up. I saw it mentioned on, I think, Fragrantica. I forgot who it was who commented, but this idea is from them. It's actually a good after gym scent, or a good scent that works when it's really hot. You've just finished a physical activity. Go ahead and spray this on. It kind of serves a purpose of cooling you off and maybe giving you a little bit of a pick-me-up or a revitalized type thing. Other than that, I don't really see good occasions where you can really wear this because of its limiting factor for the sillage and the longevity of the fragrance. It doesn't really come off that long for it. I got people's opinions on this one. Standard place, Times Square, easiest place to get people's opinions from all over the place. And the opinions were 63 people said it was good. This is out of 100 people, by the way. 63 people said it was good. They said that it was fresh. They said it was inviting, invigorating. Those were what they said for when the people said it was good. People said it was middle of the range. 23 people. They said that it was nice, but it was okay. It didn't really stand out and reminded them too much of other fragrances. And there were 14 people who thought it was bad. People who thought it was bad mainly thought that it was too heavy with ginger. They didn't like ginger. So if you don't like ginger, you're probably not going to like this scent. If you don't like lemon, you're probably not going to like this scent. If you want longevity, if you like fragrances that last extremely long time, that project really well, that go out and grab other people, you're not going to like this one as well. If you like something that's a little bit more subtle, something that doesn't, you'll probably get maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours out of it. Take a look at this one. If you're looking for something that is going to be really fresh and really powerful for a short amount of time, pick up this one, because I have to say I really do like the initial smell, and it really does remind me of Dior Homme Sport. It's just that beyond that, you're not really going to get much out of this fragrance. So overall, if I'm to rate this fragrance and give it a rating out of 10, probably gonna have to stick with a 3. 3, again, saying that I don't think the scent is bad. I think the scent is nice, but those other limiting factors for the scent, the fact that after about 10 minutes it served its purpose as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't really go beyond that. Beyond that, if you're looking for something that's understated or anything like that, you probably won't even get away with this on that. It doesn't really serve that purpose either. So, not so good ratings for it. But, try it out. It's not that expensive. That's another positive for it, especially now. You can get it rather cheaply. For the price, maybe it is worth it for you. Anyways, give it a try. If you have Burberry experience, let me know what your experiences are on it. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. Thank you. Have a great day and take care of yourselves.